Hello guys, it's me. I'm back for another video, and today we're going to be looking at Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. In this video we're going to be looking at the combat design for the game. We're going to be looking at the traversal ways of how Spider-Man swings around the sea. We're going to be looking at the graphics design on the PS5. We're going to be looking at the overall gameplay. Okay, so firstly we're going to be looking at the combat design for Spider-Man Miles Morales. So as you can see here, we still have some of the same fighting moves that you had in Spider-Man PS4, but also with the comic book version of Miles Morales, he had bioelectricity, as you can see him using right now on this. I like how he also has different finisher moves that he does on these enemies as well. So even from here you can still see that he has some of the same combat moves from Spider-Man PS4, just a little bit different, like his own version of them. As you can see, Miles Morales can still throw objects like Peter Parker done in the first game, but he can also go invisible and shock his enemies by blinding them for a couple of seconds. As you can see, Miles Morales still has the bioelectricity from the comic books, but he still has different moves that he can do with it. So as you saw there, I've done a Venom jump and then a Venom smash. Here is another example of what Miles Morales can do when he does a finisher compared to Peter Parker when he does it. When Miles Morales does a finisher, he does more finesse with it. See, here's another great example of when Miles Morales does a finisher compared to Peter Parker when he just does heavy hits. Miles Morales does finesse and technique hits. I think personally with the Rhino boss fight, they could have made it a bit more challenging or harder for the player, because all it is shocking him with the bioelectricity and then punching him a few times. That's it. He's really easy to dodge, and they could have done way better with this boss fight.
You destroyed half the city! Don't you care?
Spider! You did. I hate Jason Goose!
On the ground it's pretty basic, all he does is parkour, so that's nothing too exciting to be worrying about. But while swinging through the city as Miles Morales, you really feel like you're him, you really feel like you're in the open world, and you can do whatever tricks you really want as Spider-Man. Even with chase scenes, because that makes you more intense, that makes you more faster while swinging, it makes you uncover new moves that make you faster and more agile in the air. I thought to include this part in the video because while chasing Rhino through the wall, you really feel the grip of the controller and you really feel the destruction that he's causing behind him. Now this is mainly for the PS5 users, but as you can see there's no loading times. Literally you press where you want to go and you're there instantly. So as you can see what I'm doing now, I'm starting from the north side of the map and I go all the way down to the south side in a matter of seconds. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about the graphics of the game. Okay, so on the PS5 there's two modes. There's Fidelity mode, which is the one that you're seeing right now. And then there's the other one, which is performance mode, which is personally my favorite and the one that I use when I play the game. Okay, so right now what you're seeing is fidelity mode, which has the perfect shadowing effect on Spider-Man, as you can see him through the window. You can also see the buildings and the people through the window that I'm standing on right now. Okay, so with performance mode it's a little bit different. The buildings are in the shadow are imprinted on there, it's not the real life buildings, and you can only just about see Spider-Man. With performance mode it only focuses on Spider-Man's web slinging. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about the overall gameplay. Okay, so with the gameplay, really, the mechanics in the fighting and in the finishers and even the stealth, it's all good really, there's nothing to complain about. Throughout the whole game, I only had about 2 glitches. There was one glitch where my character just stood still for no reason, and there was another glitch when the enemy was stuck inside the building and I had to restart the game. Even though the mechanics and everything was still smooth and fine, I felt like throughout the game, the more I progressed, the more boring it became, because it was just the same fighting moves that I kept doing. There was also sections such as this one that you're seeing right now, which felt like it was forced. It felt like they just kept spawning enemies into my face and all I had to do was keep punching them by doing the same moves over and over again. I also like as well how you can do dodging like I just done there, punching, and then do it all together and then end it with a nice finisher. I really like that. Now, what you just saw there was a Venom Blast. I do like that move, but I just get it too late in the game. Okay, now moving on to the story. It was very short. The end boss fight with Finn, it felt like it didn't make a lot of sense to me personally as a gamer. But what I do like is the boss fight that you have, because it really feels like you're having a big impact on the environment / the building that you're fighting on. Now with the boss fight, really all I had to do was do a Venom dash and keep dodging and keep punching. Personally, for me, I didn't find a big challenge, but I can see where the challenge does come in. Okay, so I did really like the final part of the boss fight, because this actually felt challenging for me. It felt intense, and as well with these spinning wheels that you're seeing and the dodging, I had to get it perfectly. And also it's like if you kick her too far out, she'll come back in and she'll slide at you and then she'll dash you across the other side of the room. Yeah, just like that I just seen right now. After this part, everything was pretty much the same. It was just dodging the wheels, making sure you don't get hit, dodge, and then press triangle to rush to her like that. Okay, so at this part things became obvious to me, and it really showed me that without Roxxon this game doesn't mean anything, and without Nuform this game doesn't make sense, because the two real enemies are Roxxon and Finn. If you take Roxxon away, then Finn has no purpose. So obviously I understand why they've done that, but for me personally they could have gone a bigger twist or a bigger plot, because the game was short in itself as well, as only being a 12-hour game. So yeah, that's just my personal opinion though on the story and the plot itself. Okay, time for the main question. Is it worth it? If you're a person that doesn't have a lot of time on their hands and just wants a quick and easy game, I would say yes, this is for you. But if you're a gamer and you're expecting a long game, a long challenging game that is, then I would say still go for it for the fun and the activities in the game and free roaming. But for the story, I would say not the best game for it. I would just like to say for the is it worth it part that these are my personal opinions for the game itself. I respect everyone's opinions on this game, but these are my opinions and I just wanted to share my opinions with YouTube. Thank you. Look at him through the wall. He's stuck in there and he's still taking damage. I'd just like to say this video took me a whole day to do and upload, so I'd really appreciate a like and a subscription please. Thank you very much for watching my video, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.